and they deliver children and they grow them up for up to 18 years and hand over to fathers to take them to a transition from boyhood to adulthood. They come back dead. It becomes a permanent scar to a woman. And for a woman who probably might have not married, had only the only child, it becomes a permanent scar in her life. Your Majesties, before one woman, because it will need just one woman to challenge the culture. Just one woman can take these figures and go to court. That the right to life is not protected. Now we need your guidance, Your Majesties. We want to prepare for winter season, which is just 5 months away from now. We want a zero death in our initiation schools. The lessons that we will learn in the winter season, we will build upon those lessons for the summer season. And we want zero death in the summer season. The lessons we will accumulate in 2025 will be permanent lessons for every year in Eastern Cape for initiation seasons. We felt that, Your Majesties, before we engage other stakeholders, let us seek your guidance and your wisdom in how to deal with this matter. The government has a responsibility to protect life of its people. So any culture that puts at risk the life of the people of a country becomes a serious matter. Good enough, therefore, because we are Africans, we understand this culture. We want to promote this culture. All other people who are present here, Your Majesties, have just come to listen to Your Majesties. They will make some presentation in order to paint a clear picture so that the Majesties, their Majesties, can contribute, having seen a clear picture, district by district in the Eastern Cape. I do want to say, Your Majesties, there are initiation schools and there are districts in the Eastern Cape where children go alive and come back, all of them alive. And we commend those initiation schools. But there are districts which will be demonstrated in the presentations year after year, season after season. A big number of children die. And that is where we need your guidance, Your Majesties. What needs to be done? And we want to go with their Majesties. A bigger meeting is going to be on the 22nd of February of all senior traditional leaders, headmen and headwomen, where collectively we must come up with a strategy to achieve zero death in winter and zero death in summer. We do understand one person or two people or three people, our young men, can die in the initiation school for health-related matters, which have nothing to do with initiation culture. But it can be that the 371 deaths in 8 years are medical issues not related to negligence. Because a bigger portion of deaths is related to negligence. What is the guidance of their majesties to deal with these matters? I'm glad that the kingship of Amakhachabe sent the princess, the voice of women, must be heard. Because many mothers in our communities are silent, living with pain, which no one is helping them to go through. And these are your people, your majesties. If a nation, the women in the nation live with pain, it's not good, your majesties. The 371 children died in Eastern Cape are your people, Bokumkan. Something needs to be done. And we seek your guidance, your support, so that we go together with a solution, that our culture keeps on moving from one generation to the other, but with zero deaths. The provincial government, the MEC is here. We are willing to give every support to ensure that the initiation practice happen every season, supported fully by our municipalities, by our provincial government, and by the national government. The government representatives alone cannot stop the deaths, but with the intervention of our majesties, Amakhosi ethu, the structures responsible for initiation will have sufficient support that they conduct this culture, and it actually results in all our young men transcending from boyhood to adulthood alive. Your Majesties, that is the content of our request to meet you. And when we leave here, we are confident that God's wisdom in you as leaders of society and custodians of culture, you will ensure that this culture sees generations after generations